So there's something in economics that we study called the consumption possibilities frontier, and it's very similar to the PPF. So this is how it's all structured, right? So if you take a person, for example, and he needs to buy a product. Now, the consumption possibilities frontier examines two products. So let's say you got product A and you got product B. But here's the thing. You have a budget. You're not going to have unlimited money in the bank. So let's say you go in a shop with 10 Rand. If you go in a shop with 10 Rand, you might buy some of good A, less of good B, or you might buy more of good B and less of good A. It can switch. So this whole switching from good A to good B, picking the best combination, all this happens in something called the consumption possibilities frontier. So if I have to make this frontier, let me make my point. So we have two products. So let's say we have pens and then we have gum. So this is a shop that only has two products. So I know it doesn't make sense, but let's just imagine it. And we have four combinations. So we have A, we have B, we have C, and we have D. Okay. Now, the combinations is as follows. You can buy 2 0 pens and you can buy 10 gums. You can buy for the next one 1 pen, but you must buy 8 gums. The next one, you can buy 4 pens, but because you're buying 4 pens, you can only buy 2 gums. And the next one, because you're buying 5 pens, you can buy 0 gums. Now, this they'll give you, right? So don't worry about drawing it, but I'm just drawing for you to make sense of it. 0. Okay. So, the price of pens, so I'm supposed to say the price of pens are, so let's say the price of pens are 2 Rand. 2 Rand. And gum, let's say it's 1 Rand. And it makes sense, right? Because if you look at the combinations, if you buy 0 pens, you're not buying anything. But if you buy 10 gum, 1 times 10 is 10 Rand. So let's say your budget is 10 Rand, right? So it'll make sense now. Just hold on. Okay. Now I want you to take a look at each of these combinations over here, right? What do you notice? At each combination, it fulfills the budget. For example, if you buy 0 pens and 10 gums, how much will the total price be? Well, you know that gums is 1 Rand each. So if you buy 10 gums and 0 pens, it'll be 10 Rand. Over here, if you buy 8 worth of gums, so 8 times 1 Rand is 8 Rand. And you buy 1 pen, that's 2 Rand. So 8 plus 2 is 10 Rand. This pens, so 2 Rand per pen, so that's 8 Rand, plus 1 Rand per gum, so that's 2 Rand, that is 10 Rand. So basically, this whole combination makes sense, right? You can buy those combination of goods because your budget is 10 Rand. So let's plot it. Now, let's make gums on this side. So, I'm just put a short form. Okay, I'll put a long form, that's fine. Gums and pens. And let's say pens. So you got 0, so let's say 0, 1, 4. Now, it's not drawn to scale, but I'm just doing what I can. Then you got 10, so let's say 10, okay, wait, 2, wait, sorry, 0, 0, 2, 8, and 10. Okay, so let's plot these points. So, the first combination which is 0 pens and 10 gums, so it'll be over here. So A is over here. Now the next one will be 1 pen and 8, so 1 and 8. So it'll be over here, so that's B. The next one is 4 and 2, so it'll be over here, that's C. And the last one is 5 and 0. Okay, so that'll be D. Now if you draw this, right. Now this is a possibility. Now obviously in the exam it's gonna look like this, because mine actually not drawn to scale. But in the exam when it's drawn, it's gonna look like this. So like possibilities frontier. But obviously mines are not drawn to scale, right? Yeah, but it makes sense. Makes sense. Now, does this make sense? Now, firstly, what are the parts of this column? So, what you need to know that the area in here, so in this triangle, so you see this line in the left of it, this is called affordable line. So affordable. So everything in here, if you get a point in here, it will be affordable. So you can attain it. So it's like attainable. If whatever area is outside, it's unaffordable or it's unattainable, right? And it makes sense. You can't get a point outside. Like you can't get 10 pens and 5 pens, a point over here. You can't. But you can get, for example, if you want 1 pen and 2 gum. That's you can actually get that, right? So that's affordable, that's unaffordable. Now what's this line called? This line is called a budget line, and it makes sense because each combination like A, B and C, D makes up 10 rand. So 10 rand is like this whole budget, right? Now if they tell you to define the consumption possibilities frontier, what is it? Basically it shows you the combination of goods that can be bought versus those goods that cannot be bought, or those goods that are affordable versus those goods that you can't afford or can't attain or can't attain. Basically a boundary between those goods that you can attain or can't attain with a fixed budget. Okay, so this is all with the consumption possibilities frontier. If you need to know, like they might give you more information. If you saw my previous video, we worked out utils per rand. So they might give you more information over here, so you can work out the utils per rand of each product. The only thing you need to know is something called choosing at the margin. Now choosing at the margin, it's when for pens the marginal utility per rand is equal to the marginal utility per rand of gum. So looking at it, it's going to be a point like over here, right in the middle. So if they ask you what's the best point on this, it's always the middle, right? It's always the middle. It's on the budget line, but it's always in the middle. So let's say if C was over here, so let's ignore this. If C was over here, this will be the answer. This is the best. So I mean, you can always see the best. The best will always be in the middle actually. So yeah. Now, let's talk about analysis, right? So if you in C over, now we know the best part is in the middle here, right? So let's do something here. Okay. So the best part is in the middle. If you at C, what does it mean? It means you must buy more gums and less pens. Doesn't it means that, right? Because think about it. In C, if you buy less pens, you're going to go more to the left. And if you're going to buy more gum, you go up. So technically, it's like going from C to the middle, right? Because see, if you're going to the left, so when you go to the left, you're buying less pens. But also when you're going to the left, you're going up, so you're buying more gum. So if you're at C, that's what you must do. If you're at A, it's obvious. You have to buy less pens, so it goes down. But also you must, buy less gums, but also you must buy more pens. So like it goes down, but at the same time it goes to the right because you're buying more gums to get to the middle. Basically, to summarize, the middle is the best part on our consumption possibilities frontier. So whenever you are over here, they are good. Like at the end of the day, you might like more gum than pens, right? So you might pick those products, but choosing at the margin is like just the best thing for economists. So yeah. So that's the consumption possibilities frontier, summarized and made from scratch to understand the work. Thank you.